Hey everybody, it's John from the Fury Boys Racing Channel. Welcome back to the shop. I got some really good and exciting news for you today. We're moving a step closer towards finishing this car, and I'm excited to show you what I got going on. All right, we got her on the ground. She rolls around, and a few other things need to be finished up for it before it can stop and you know, put power to the drivetrain, but she's on the ground. The main thing that we wanted to do with getting it, you know, sitting on the ground was to measure for our shock lengths, because our shock lengths are going to be quite a bit different than a conventional sprint cars due to the amount of travel that we'll need and how low the car is sitting. We won't need as much travel. In fact, we're trying to keep the car pretty rigid. A lot of things go into that, but I'm passing a lot of that off to my shock guy, but he needed some data. I'm happy to grab that, and also, you know, just to get this thing on the ground has been pretty exciting. I've had to do quite a bit to get here, so I'll show you what I got going on. You might see that the car is kind of tilting towards the camera here. That is because we actually do have what we call stagger. That tire is a little bit bigger than that tire, but these are just junk tires I had laying around, so they're just going to have to work. Moving on. So nothing changed up here. Just basically added brake lines. Before I get too carried along, I'll show you those. Basically, this goes under here. And you can see how I have it routed around the chassis there. I kind of like this. It allows for you know, full range of steering without getting kinked or taut. And so I'm going to roll with this. If it can be improved in the future, I'll do that. Moving on. Still have to mount the rest of this body. But my best bud Bryn, he'll come over and we'll get that nailed out before the season starts. So as you can see, quite a bit has changed down for the rear suspension and driveline. First thing you might notice is that I actually have a drive shaft now. Got that from Quigley Motor Cars in Manchester, Pennsylvania. Those guys are great. Very open communication, and they were very quick. Really good deal, and you know, couldn't be happier. So anyway, the next thing is the wishbone. You can see that's all welded up and looks really, really nice. A couple new friends of mine, Bill and Jay, they got together and took care of that for me, as well as welding up these little rods here for the Watts link. So thank you to those guys. That was a very nice gesture and very helpful. You know, all those types of things are what gets this thing onto the track. So thank you again. Anyway, moving on. You can see a better angle of how the Watts link here works. Now you can see why I had to put these bends in here. And they basically will clear this piece when this comes up, and then it's the same on the bottom there. And then I also need to drill holes through here. They're in the plate already, but I just need to put them in here, and then that will fix the pinion angle. And I made it so I can adjust it, but I think we'll be spot on with what I have already. I just need to drill these, like I said, and put a bung in them. These, as I've said before, are adjustable. Now that we're at ride height, we can actually get an idea of where we're going to sit with how, you know, how these heim joints sit with each other. So like I said in another video, is that these heim joints basically have to be level with each other. So this one will be level with this one, and then this one will be level with the bottom one. As long as they're level with each other, that's what we're shooting for. So I had to take the brake calipers off on the rears because these bead locks on these dirt wheels ran into the calipers. So I'll have to play with that once I get the new wheels, and I'll have to play with the spacing as far as how far out or in that goes. But we shouldn't have any problems with clearance inside of the wheel. I've already tested it with other wheel halves that don't have bead locks, so we're looking good as far as that goes. And I'll show you when I get that all plumbed and mounted and all that stuff. Right now I have this line, and I actually do have a line for the right side, but it's not this Teflon coated, and it is a little too long, so I'm going to take that back and get a new one. Anything else though, I've already covered in other videos. Like I said, this suspension stuff took me a long time. It is one thing to buy and assemble a suspension. It's a whole nother thing to engineer and build it, and from scratch. That is the tasks that I wanted to tackle when I started with this project, and it was awesome. I had a lot of fun doing this. Would I want to do it again anytime soon? It depends on what we're talking about. But I'm very happy with how this thing's coming out, and I think we're really, really close to getting to firing it up and doing some testing. I just need to get the fuel cell back from my buddy. That was, again, one of those things I didn't want to weld myself, just because it's a fuel cell and it's literally right behind my head. So I want it to be right. Anyway, that's it, guys. I'm going to leave you with that, and hopefully you guys like this thing. If you do, please share it, with other people. Anyway, guys, I appreciate your support, and like I said, hopefully you like this thing. It's been a pleasure to build, and there's a lot more to go. So stay along for the journey here, and hopefully we get this thing done soon. Bye, guys.